Hello everybody, my name is Pravus and welcome back to more EU4 on the Rhodes Again. In the last video, we took on the Byzantines and beat the snot out of them and grabbed Constantinople for ourselves, which is pretty darn nice for me. Now, you might be looking at this and thinking you must be really happy and feeling like you're in a really good spot for this achievement, aren't you? You know, I was really happy, and then the more I sat here and thought about it, the more I'm kind of thinking we might be in a lot of trouble. So here's my thought, right? We need to kill Epirus next. They're the only person next to me that I can kill. They don't have any allies. That's an obvious thing for me. Outside of that, where do we go? Kind of nowhere. We can't fight Cyprus so long as they're guaranteed by the Mamluks. I can't fight Venice. I guess I could go fight Genoa, but that doesn't seem very smart. And no, we can't even reach Karaman. Nope, there's really nowhere for us to go. So we're not going to be really scaling in power very much for a good long while. In the meantime, our neighbor, the Ottomans, are going to be scaling in power very, very quickly. And at some point, they're going to look at this and say, you know, we're strong enough, we can take on the Knights in Venice, no problem at all. So at that point, I'm just kind of doomed. It's not a question of if they will attack me, it's kind of a question of when. And that worries me a little bit. So I'm kind of wondering if maybe we've made a mistake in this series already by not pursuing larger alliances at the beginning, especially with people like Hungary, for example. Maybe we should have restarted until we had a situation where we could have grabbed both Venice and Hungary. I'm not too sure. And if we lose and we have to restart, then so be it. We'll try to learn some lessons along the way. In the meantime, I think priority number one, aside from just expanding my power base wherever possible, has to be to getting larger allies. Anybody who would be willing. Now, of course, it's not going to be anybody like the Mamluks and stuff. They hate me anyway, but yeah, we're not going to be able to get Hungary, I don't think. Pretty much impossible. Poland, not likely. Austria is the one that I really want, but until they turn friendly, what can you do, right? This is where it's probably going to be an element of luck. You know, maybe we have no choice in the matter. I will try to improve relations with Aragon, because ideally we get an alliance with them, if nothing else, then just to grab Malta real quick. Grabbing Malta will be nice from our mission system. It'll open up some more range as far as raiding coasts. That's always fun. And if we see an opportunity to jump on somebody like Tunis, well, so much the better. Are we going to get that opportunity? No idea. But I mean, it would be cool, right? Naxos wants military access. Sure, go ahead. Head back home. I don't really care. That's fine. Could choose some rivals, but my only option right now is Genoa, who Aragon is allied to. So that would be, let's say, counterproductive. I suppose if Naples becomes independent, we could try to take some land from them. But without any allies immediately in the region, how effective will that be, really? I don't know. We are going to improve relations with the Papal State, because I think it makes a lot of sense to... Where'd Epirus' army go? I have full vision on them. Where's their army go? I don't know. They seem to have disbanded their army. We're going to find out in a second. Anyway, what was I saying? I don't remember anymore. I would love to eat some of Naples, though. That would be nice to get some of Italy. Let's go to our estates. I think I'm being a little bit too cautious with these guys. We should be taking things that sacrifice absolutism in order to get more loyalty and influence with these guys. So the right of council, for example, is completely fine. Not sure I want supremacy, and I'm not sure I want to increase my stability costs right now. We've already been pretty unlucky with that. Everything else I think we ignore for the moment. Let's go to the clergy. Yeah, we're going to sack a lot of crown lands in the process, I know, but it is what it is, right? Let's go over the clerical ministers, let's go over oversight by the clergy. We will want enforced unity of the faith once I start converting, but until then, why get the extra unrest? And then for the bourgeoisie, let's go ahead and do something similar there, and then we are going to go for free enterprise and private trade routes. Make my ships a little bit better, light ships cheaper and stuff. That seems nice. Now, we have lost a lot of crown land. We could seize some, but that will undoubtedly push the clergy into rebellious territory, which may not be a big deal. Actually, wait, if the clergy fire up a whole load of Catholic zealots, which I think is what they spawn, that serves my purposes. Let's seize some land. Okay, Catholic zealots fired up in Rhodes, and we're going to have to fight them, it looks like. Uh-oh, I didn't think about that. Oops, no! Okay, it's fine. So you guys stay here. There goes Naples, by the way. So, where'd they go? Where'd they go? Oh, I don't even know what's happening at this point. They're just gone straight out. All right, let's rival Epirus real quick. I've actually lost enough troops that we can go and rival them, which is actually kind of nice. So, yes, big brain plays. Sacrifice a soldier so that we can now rival these guys and humiliate them as well as take their land. Yes, that is indeed the play. Let's go to Arta over here. We want to try to get some naval control over here as well. Forgery of documents, that's fine. Do you have no troops? I know you had 8,000 troops before. Did you literally get rid of everything? That doesn't make any sense. All right, well, we're going to march across the straits, and they're going to be full occupied, and they had no allies. Hey, let's go up to the Black Sea and begin raiding some territory up there, because that is a whole new area that we can indeed get some money from, now that we have Constantinople as our territory. So go ahead and raid over here. We're just going to get ourselves another 32 ducats, and we're going to come up this way. Yeah, that all seems pretty nice. And let's continue improving. Actually, do I want to fabricate on Naples? It kind of depends. They're rival to the Pope, so I will never be allies with Naples, because I want the Pope to like me. If I could somehow encourage the Pope to ally me, promise them lands, and go fight Naples, that could be big. That could actually be very big, but it depends on who Naples picks up as allies. We'll go ahead and spy on them on the off chance something happens. Not counting on it, but it would be nice, wouldn't it? You know, we like to think that good things are coming my way. All right, so that's all taken care of. We can bring our navy down here. I think they're going to run away as soon as they realize that I am on the way, which I am right now. Influential trading or a cheaper trade efficiency guy that I still can't afford even if he is 50% off. We'll go for the cheap, the trade efficiency, or sorry, the trade power in Alexandria for now. I think that's fine. Run from me, or come after me. No, that's the Ottomans fighting the rebels. That's fine. I'm coming for you, Epirus. That's right, you better run. You want to fight? Because I'll happily steal your ships if possible. I got the galley combat ability, dude. Ain't nothing you can do. So we're a bit behind in terms of a lot of other monarch points right now. Don't even have any Tech 4, so that's a problem, but yeah, I mean, we'll figure it out. It'll be all right, I'm sure. It'll be completely fine. At least we're above 20% crown land now, so I'm not losing quite as many nasty bonuses as I was before. Or I guess it's some malice. Okay, Naples allied Aragon. Now I can no longer justify getting a claim against them. That's just not going to happen. Can't do that. Can't do that. We captured a light ship. I like that. That's great. Let's go over here, and we are going to assist with the blockade, and then I guess we'll just improve with the Pope for now. I don't really have anyone else to improve with. We're just going to have to get lucky, I think. Ooh. Power or mercantilism? Power or mercantilism? Military power to get Tech 4. Don't need it right now because we're not fighting anybody. We're going to go for the mercantilism and hope that that translates into some pretty good money. Speaking of money, something I could do if I really want to is I can turn Constantinople into a trade company. That is something new you can do in the Emperor expansion. I think that this is not a bad idea. Yes, I wouldn't be able to convert them. Yes, if I want to core them, I'll have to take this away. But we get some naval force limit. The institution spread goes up. I'm not going to worry about governing costs. It's pretty low right now as is. But 100% more local trade power means I'm going to get a load of money in the Constantinople trade node. This is going to go up to like 20%. Watch. There you go. 20% right on the dot. It's almost as if I know what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, that's pretty good. Now, we could do the same thing to Athens, but this is a bit downstream. I'm not sure how beneficial that would be. Also, I need to look at coring some of these states and turning them into proper states, not territories. Why? Well, because one, territories are now 90% autonomy, which hurts so bad, so I really don't want that. But two, if I can get a little bit more Greek development, we will be able to embrace the Greek culture, which would go a long way to improving my stability, because right now, this malice is making it so I can't convert any of the Orthodox. It's also losing me a lot of taxes and a lot of manpower, and it's causing unrest. I don't like any of those things. Now, there is a thing we could do as the Knights. If you go to decisions right over here, Rhodians and other Greeks in the order. If we can get stability up to level 2 and spend 100 Diplo power, we'll be able to adopt the Greek culture and gain a benefit called cultural manpower, which gives me 5% more national manpower, plus some garrison growth and size. All those are just kind of, they're alright. But it's a special thing unique to the Knights. It'd be kind of fun to do this. However, losing a stability at 100 Diplo power hurts. Instead of losing a stability, which at this point is going to cost me like, I don't know, let's say 300 admin power by the time I get to level 2, instead of spending 300 admin power on that, wouldn't I rather spend like 50 just coring Athens? And then I'm still spending the 100 Diplo power either way. So it's far cheaper to just not do this option. Fun though it would be, it's more important that I just get the Greek culture under control, in my opinion. So we're going to probably ignore that. Best thing to do is probably to core Athens, maybe Arta and Cephalonia. Once we want to control northern Greece, all of that would be fine. I would really like to be able to integrate the Byzantines, but they're going to be mad at me for a very long time. Because we force vassalize them, so that's a 100 minus opinion right there. Aggressive expansion's high, but that's going down. Also, we did kind of raid their coasts, and they're a little bit peeved at me about that. But the good news is, I don't care if they're peeved at me about that. By the time that they are no longer upset that I force vassalize them, they won't be upset about me raiding the coasts either. Well, mostly. Mostly they won't care. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. The trick is really, am I going to live long enough for that to matter? And that's where I'm really scared of the Ottomans. At some point, they are going to see me as juicy. I would be tempted to get rid of this fort, because forts cost a lot of money, but we need it as a possible bottleneck just for survival at this point. I don't know. That's the thing that I'm scared about. Hey, stability, I take. Thank you, that's good. Hate having negative stability, it's just abysmal. Absolutely sucks. We are gaining how much papal influence per year? 4.2. That's not the best, partly because we have disloyal clergy. Okay. Be nice if the Pope would be kind enough to send me a cardinal, but he's not going to do that quite yet, not until I am going to have some Catholic territory. Anyway, I have to convert some folks. We will be able to convert. I think we just stole another ship, by the way. We've stolen a bunch of ships. We did steal a galley. Sweet. Let's go and steal some more. Oh, don't get all the fun Byzantines. Let me take some ships. All right, well, we did actually get a trait for our admiral. Prestige from naval battles and naval tradition from battles. That's actually pretty good. No, that's solid. I can't be upset about that. I can't. All right, let's go ahead and pull off of the Papal State. Dulkadir has been annexed by the Ottomans. No surprises there. And we are going to eat Epirus and enjoy all of their territory. Of course, this does cause a bit of consternation with everyone around, a bit more aggressive expansion. We could vassalize them instead. But why? I think I really just need territory at this point. So let's just grab whatever I can. Another 25 ducats. Boom, done. Thank you. All right. Epirus was an easy pick-off for me. We will core these up. I can't humiliate them, by the way, if you were wondering, because I think that's something... Was that something you could do before 1.30? I don't remember anymore. I don't think it was. But yeah, because we're full annexing them, we can't humiliate. That would have been a thing we could do, is just leave them with one province and then humiliate them. But I'm not going to do that. So, still leaves only Genoa as a potential rival. I'm not worried about them. Let's ignore that for the time being. Now, we do need to be concerned about the uprising of... Oh, hello, Karaman. We can go ahead and rival you, though. That's fine. I do need to be concerned about the uprising of rebels over here. That could become an issue. But, because they are Byzantine separatists in my capital, and Constantinople is the highest development Byzantine separatist province, it is far more likely they're going to fire up here in Constantinople. At which point, they will siege this down and I'll have to re-siege the fort. Yes, that sucks. But then, they will march wherever there are other Byzantine cores, including in Ottoman territory, so they will spend their time going and fighting the Ottomans. Which is great for me, because I don't feel like defending Constantinople. It's going to cost me way too much. So we'll make it the Ottomans' problem. I'll just have to re-siege a fort. But that's not really a big deal, is it? I don't think so. So, Aragon, how close are we to getting friendship with you? It's going to be a little bit. The aggressive expansion's partly hurting. Would I be able to get a diplomatic reputation guy? I could. That would help. Right now I'm in the negative because my devotion's slipping a little bit low. No, that's not why. Why is my devotion... Why is my overextension? Never mind. So that'll go away on its own at some point. Yeah, I'm really at the whim of the game at this point to give me an ally. Somebody, anybody, who would be able to contest the Ottomans at least a little bit. I actually thought that this would be easier than a Byzantine game. In a lot of ways, I know we're weaker than the Byzantines at the start of the game, but because we are not Orthodox, we're Catholic, I kind of was hoping that we would be able to pick up a lot of other buds. But it looks like the answer to that is, nah, fam, that's not going to happen. Wonder if we could get Naples as an ally. Well, actually, they just lost their alliance with Aragon. Maybe we go back to potentially spying on them and steal some of southern Italy. Karaman insulted me. Well, that's just unnecessary and mean-spirited, okay? Just saying. You didn't really need to do that. Do you want to train up some more troops to reinforce what I lost? Yes, and we probably should go ahead and train up a couple of cavalry. I know they're more expensive, but considering you only have so much force limit and money is not as much of my issue, I think it's worth probably just going ahead and doing that. How are we doing in terms of naval force limit? We're actually on our force limit right now because we were able to capture some ships. Let's go and take my admiral and protect some more trade in Constantinople. Just enjoy a little bit of extra income. I think that should be fine. We could be tempted to actually steer a bit more money up toward Constantinople from Alexandria. A lot of money is flowing the other way, but I think it's better just to get more collections down in this direction instead. Probably. I don't know. 7 galleys, huh? Not enough to contest the Ottomans without help. If we had favors with Venice... By the way, we did lose trust with them because we didn't give them land. But aside from that, if we did have favors, with Venice, potentially we could do something to the Ottomans, but it's going to be rough. We really need some friends. We need much, much bigger, stronger friends. Albania somehow managed to ally Austria. Go figure. I'm not too sure how that happened. Maybe if Albania dies, there'll be a slot open. I don't know. Let's go for the admin tech. We're already coring everything I want right now, and I would like to be able to build a church. We have the income, so let's do it in Rhodes. And we also really need to get that military tech. Now, we also should be tracking toward getting admin tech over here. I want to get an idea group, and for my first idea group, I think I'm going to take religious ideas. Religious ideas would fit very, very well, I think, for me. One, we get an extra missionary. Not too bad, considering we're going to need it. Stability cost modifier is very nice. 3% missionary strength is almost necessary, especially if we're going to have so much Sunni land around me. Extra tolerance of the true faith for unrest reduction. Papal influence, that's very good. Yearly devotion keeps us nice and high. Prestige is okay. Missionary maintenance cost minus 50% is massive considering how expensive it used to be. Deus Vult applies to everyone around me. And we would get some extra culture conversion and extra loyalty equilibrium from the clergy. A lot of things work well with religious ideas, I think. So it would make a lot of sense for me to go ahead and work on getting religious ideas. But for that, we're going to need an absolute ton of admin power, which is one of the reasons I have these guys. Now, I don't think I'm going to be buying my own stability. I've kind of changed my mind on that. So let's just grab, let's say, the yearly prestige guy. That way we actually get some benefit out of them. And is there anyone else I would like to get? We could go for the diplomatic reputation, and we could always swap to that. For now, let's get trade efficiency just so I make a little bit of money. We'll get the diplo power. It's not quite going to make as much as... it's not going to pay for itself, but it's a little bit, and it helps. So I'll take that for now, and we're very behind in diplo power right now anyway. So we need all of the stuff we can get. So, Naples, are you allied to anybody else? You are Siena. If I could get, let's say, the Papal State or somebody else to assist me, this would be a very nice way of getting some very tempting land. It would give me a way to get out and continue expanding away from the Ottomans since I can't go anywhere else. I mean, alternatively, we don't worry about expanding at all. We roll the dice and pray that somehow the Ottomans and the Mamluks get at odds with each other, and then we jump in and try to beat on the Mamluks while they are already getting demolished. We just, like, walk in behind the Ottomans and just sit on the forts ready to grab whatever is available, right? That is a thing we could try to do, but I just... I don't know. It feels dumb, right? That feels like a huge risk. A massive risk, perhaps? I feel like it's a massive risk. I don't know if it makes any sense. I would love to eat Genoa, but as long as they're allied to Aragon, that's not an option either. They got some good trade power over here and stuff in Constantinople. It makes a lot of sense to take. They've also been raided. Not by me, though. Someone else's fault. Not mine. I am innocent in this. Don't look at me. You think that just because we're a bunch of Teutonic pirates, we're not Teutons, I know, by the way, it's just fun to say. You think that just because we're a bunch of Teutonic pirates that I'm to blame for all the raiding? That's ridiculous. That's discriminatory. Just saying. Okay, yeah, we really need some big allies. I'm a little concerned about allying Aragon. If they've only got Genoa on their side and then me, like, things could very easily turn around where, they get jumped on by Castile, and I'll be in a very bad position to try and defend them. But I need the alliance. The reason I need the alliance is I know for a fact, now I did some research, if we get the maritime allies, get an alliance with them in an opinion of 150, they will just give me Malta, straight out. I don't even think they have a choice in the matter. They don't have like a yes or a no. It just always seems to go to the player, whoever pops that mission. So getting Malta would be nice. Okay, we do have 80% with the Byzantine separatists. They are going to fire in Constantinople, and they're going to become the Ottomans' problem. I'll have to unsiege it, but that's fine. We're not too worried about it. Not too worried at all. I would like to rival Naples if that were an option, by the way. No. Why did you break off your relationship with Aragon? Let me guess. You decided you wanted a lot of Sicily. Understandably, I mean, that could cause a bit of consternation. Yeah. Me. Blah, blah. I get it. I understand. If only I had some big allies. I'd love to betray Venice and go eat their territory next. That's another area of expansion, but we need, like, Austria on our side. I mean, if Austria rivaled Venice, I could possibly drop them as an ally and try to go for Austria instead, and then eventually use Austria to just try and take what we can out of Venice. That's not going to happen anytime soon, though. Speed 5, by the way, is definitely slower. I'm not the only person who has observed this. It's just way, way slower than it used to be. Let's go for that military tech. We're slightly ahead of time, which is nice. It's okay. It's a nice thing to have. Cyprus would be another easy place for me to expand if only the Mamluks were not guaranteeing them. They're also in a trade league with Genoa, but that's beside the point. I mean, technically, if I fought Genoa, we'd be able to fight Cyprus and possibly eat them that way. We don't need to, is the thing. I have the claims that I need against the Mamluks, so we don't need this as a stepping stone into the Holy Land. We're not worried about that. So let's get a claim on Naples. What would I want? I love, by the way, that this tells you how much development it has now. That saves me so much effort. It's great. Salento makes sense. So I'm very curious, Pope, if you would be interested in an alliance where we could do something. Oh, wait, we're allied to Venice. You hate that. Never mind. So, I don't know. How do we fight Naples? Naples is not very strong at the beginning of the game when they get their independence. Renaissance finally fired, about 2 years late. Alright, there goes Athens, so that's nice. We can core it, and I think we should just go ahead and do that right now. It'll cost me a little bit in maintenance, I know, but I think it's worth it. We're going to go ahead and core this for 55 more power. Now we actually do have enough development of Greek culture that we can go ahead and adopt them, and since that's 100% of my development, I think we have to. I know that sets me even further back in Diplotech, but it just seems like it's an absolute necessity to me. Now, we should be seeing that the 2% malice is going to go away over here, let's say in my capital, and it is gone. So we only are 0.1% off on being able to convert these guys. If I were to pass the missionary edict, we would be able to start converting, but it would be very, very slow. That said, if we also passed the clergy bonus over here with the unity of faith, we could probably start converting them too. I think we have to do this. I need to start getting some religious unity, or else we're never going to be able. 52 months is acceptable. We'll never be able to get stability. We'll never be able to buy it without using papal influence, because it'll just be way too expensive. I don't see any way around that. So that's not too bad. We'll be able to at least convert my capital of Rhodes. Happy with that situation. By the way, we can get another mission. I need a pop-up on this. Just say, hey, an agenda is available. I need to be able to have those. Come on. Paradox, hook me up. Cyprus, liking me. Okay. Trade company of size 5, not going to do until we eat the Ottomans. So this is the only one we can do reasonably. It would get me a diplomatic reputations guy. Or, sorry, improved relations guy for cheap. Nobility would be happy. I guess I will do that. What was the other bonus? Oh, no, it's just that it's a cheap advisor. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, alright. So Ottomans are declaring war on Trebizond up over here. So they're continuing to consolidate, and this is where I get scared, because they will continue to get stronger and stronger as time goes on. We are very close on Aragon. I could get them as an ally right now if I were willing to spend the money. Why, you might ask? Why would you be able to get them right now if you're willing to spend the money? Well, two things. One, diplomatic reputation guy, just buy him real quick, swap an advisor out. No problem. Two, the main reason he's not willing to ally me right now is because, well, one of the big reasons he's not willing to ally me is because my army strength is too low. If I were to, let's say, use the Mercs with the free company right here, which is pretty cheap-ish to hire up, that's another 4 force limit set up. We'd be able to use that to say, hey, we're stronger now. And he'd be like, oh, okay, let's be friends. And I'd be like, okay, it's now disbanded, sucker. Hey, stability. Yes. Devotion. I kind of need devotion because it's falling apart as I don't have religious unity, so that's good. Constantinople's about to get cored. Thank you. All right, 90% with the Byzantines. At least we were able to get this. That's good. I could try to turn this into a state now. I don't control most of the area, so it wouldn't do me a whole load of good. We'd have to pay 0.15 in maintenance. And I don't think we would get as much money out of this, believe it or not. I mean, the taxes right now are not great, mainly because 90% autonomy. So this would tick down over time if I turn it into a state. So eventually it would be good. However, I would lose trade power. So I don't know. I think we sit on this for a little bit. Kind of passively, the autonomy would be ticking down, right? I can't remember even how that works for sure. I swear that in the past, I have seen that when you conquer territory, it starts at 75% or whatever, back when 75% was the threshold for a territory. And when you turn it into a state, you know, depending on how long you'd held onto it, it could drop immediately down to like 32% or even all the way down to 0. So I feel like it kind of ticks down passively, but maybe they've changed that in Emperor. I don't know for sure. I definitely know that I want to get some claims here on Naples. What may end up happening in the future is Naples and the Pope or somebody get into spat, and I would love to jump on that opportunity. Would love to jump on that opportunity. So we're about maxed out with our relations here on Aragon. So that's the best we can get. Hello, Byzantines! Alright, they're going to siege down this fort, and that sucks. But they're going to then become the Ottomans' problem, so I'm going to ignore them. What was I thinking? Oh, right, Aragon. Right, okay. So we're only 2 reasons off. That actually means if we get some diplomatic reputation, we can do this without even having to spend the money on the free company. And I think that's cheaper. Swapping you, it's going to cost me about 30 ducats as opposed to spending 20. It's actually cheaper to grab the free company. There's a weird surprise. Will that get me enough strength? Let's actually find out how many more reasons I gain out of training these guys. It only takes a few days. All right, they got Constantinople. That sucks. 3, 2, 1, done. Alliance! Yay! And then I go to the army and I say, goodbye! And then I grab Malta. Maritime allies. Boink! Thank you! All right. So we just gained Malta for free. Down over here. Which is awesome. Thank you. Naples is going to be peeved at me about that, but oh well. C'est la vie. It is Catholic, however, so technically I just gained some religious unity out of that arrangement. That's nice. Yeah, we like that arrangement. Let's go ahead and continue drilling all these guys. Oh no, you're losing money. Yes, I am. Actually, why am I losing so much money? Oh, because I don't control the fort. Right. So we need these guys to get the heck out of here, and then we can go and work on the siege. Let's go ahead and split off the cavalry. Actually, never mind. We can keep these guys together. I'm going to have to reduce army maintenance and just bring these guys over in a little bit. We just have to wait for these guys to move off into Ottoman territory, and then we'll be fine. We'll go grab it, we'll unsiege it, we'll get the money back. It'll be fine. It'll be fine, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. All right, so now that we have Aragon as an ally, I feel a little bit better about my position. I just really hope we don't find ourselves at odds against Castile. And as long as Aragon keeps all their troops over here, I think there's a good chance that we'll be able to defend against Castile, at least for now. But if Aragon's an idiot, as they often are, they might send their troops over to an island, then lose the naval dominance and get squeezed. And that would be a huge issue for me. So yeah, this is again where some randomness comes into play. We've got Venice and Aragon, 2 very good naval powers, but if either one of them gets jumped on and I can't help defend them, we in trouble. We in big, big, big trouble. All right, so let's just not have that happen. How's that sound? Yeah. All right, so these guys did leave. Let's go ahead and reduce army maintenance for a bit, just save a little bit of money. I'm going to move you guys across over here. We're going to reduce it a little bit more than that. Save what we can, go get that fort back, get our trade power back, blah, blah, blah. The good news is, because this is no longer a capital fort, it only takes 6 troops to siege it down instead of 9. So we don't need to do anything like get a mercenary company just to get Constantinople back. So that's good. That's a thing. That's a thing. Naples, you allied to anybody else? Nope, just Siena. I have no idea if we'll get to take advantage of this. This may never come to fruition. But if it does, we'll feel pretty smart, won't we? I think so. Institution tech penalty is starting to pile up now. We're not ahead of time on any tech anymore, which is unfortunate. Can't core Constantinople. We're about to be able to core this territory down here, though. So that'll be helpful. Did Tlemcen just rival me? They did. I will rival you back. I can rival Venice? Who else hates Venice? This would be a way of getting Hungary on my side. Rival Venice, and then improve relations with Hungary, and all of a sudden we got a bigger military power. But there's a good chance that Hungary falls into a personal union with Austria. So I don't know. I mean, I'm glad to say that we're strong enough that they would even consider me a potential rival. I feel kind of proud of that, but there you go. Let's go ahead and turn these into cores as well. Just because I think it's fine, we do want that. And autonomy has dropped down to 36.5%, so it's definitely still ticking down behind the scenes. So turning Constantinople into a state, I mean, I don't know. It probably would result in a pretty nice chunk of extra income. Possibly. I don't know for sure. We're sitting here nicely just working on this fort, not really reinforcing anybody too much. I really do not want the Separatists to turn around and come jump back on me, so if the Ottomans would like to get over here and kill them soon, that'd be great. But they're working on a fort right now, so I don't think they're going anywhere too soon. I'm going to grab another claim against Naples. Let's get things that are, like, actually attached to each other. Lucania. It's only 1 less development, but I'd rather have land that's all connected that I can easily reinforce, rather than have to do landing penalties against rebels all the time, you know what I mean? It just doesn't make any sense to keep doing that. Okay, so I'm trying to max things out with Austria still. I'm going to go ahead and improve relations with Venice is okay at the moment. Let's work on our mission and try to get Cyprus up there. I want the nobility to be happy. Speaking of estates, how they doing? Pretty good. I'm sitting at 24% crown land right now. A bit more from seizing some more lands would be nice. If we can get their loyalty high enough that losing 20% doesn't hurt me, that'd be even better. They'd have to get up to about 50%, though. And the bourgeoisie are already at their cap. So, I don't know, we'd have to do something different. I don't want to give them control over monetary policy, that just gives me a power reduction. Monopoly on glass? I mean, that's a thing. We could lose the income from glass and production efficiency, but we could gain the mercantilism. I don't know if that's good or not. I mean, it would save me Diplo power. Same thing here with Monopoly on livestock, by the way. Higher equilibrium on loyalty would be nice. I don't know. We'll come back to that. For now, I'm just going to go ahead and end this video here because I think we are out of time. Fighting Naples is a very attractive option to me as a back pocket way of expanding. Other than that, we need to get Byzantium under control, and we just need to have strong enough allies that the Ottomans don't feel like they want to get involved against me anytime soon. I'd rather they go fight literally anybody else, like Wallachia, for example. They have no allies. Go kill them, all right? That'd be better for me. Aside from that, I don't know. We need a lot of luck. We need luck that big powers are going to become friendly to me, and then we need to look for a great opportunity to win this achievement. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If so, then I would ask you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. All right, let's go ahead and do it.